Good afternoon. I'm Steve Skinner, Director of the Greenwood Genetics Center. It's my great pleasure to welcome each of you to our campus today for this special occasion. We were expecting a large crowd. I don't think we're expecting quite this size crowd. It's just fantastic to see. I'm just going to recognize a couple guests present today. We're very honored to have Governor McMaster back on campus with us today. We're always excited to have our local delegation here, Representative Krabbe, Senator Nicholson, Senator Gambrell, and Representative Parks are with us today. And our special guests, Matt and Melissa Emery, parents of Dylan, and there are numerous family members and friends that are here with us. So we're glad and honored to have you here on campus with us today. Let me just make a few opening remarks. Greenwood Genetics Center has been serving patients and families in South Carolina since 1974. To put it simply, our mission is to provide those we serve with answers to the questions and challenges they are facing, often during very emotional and stressful times. But beyond simply finding answers, our goal is to provide those we serve with hope and the potential of treatment. When Dylan and his family came to see us in May of 2018, we provided them with everything we could at that time. We gave them a quick diagnosis. We provided answers regarding Dylan's condition. However, we failed to offer the Emerys and Dylan the hope or the potential of treatment that he deserved. Because Dylan's condition was identified too late, he was not eligible for potentially life-altering, life-saving treatments that are currently available for those with Krabbe disease. This didn't deter Matt and Melissa. They were very open to their story about Dylan. Because of that, as evidenced by this amazing turnout here today, the 96 communities and the Greenwood communities have rallied around the Emery family, around this cause for newborn screening. By sharing their story, they have brought hard-fought awareness to a very rare disease, leading to the passage of Dylan's Law. Dylan's Law required testing all babies born in South Carolina for Krabbe disease and 2 other rare genetic conditions. This testing will be done at birth, and it will be done in time to initiate effective treatment. Newborn screening and early treatment were not available for Dylan. Matt and Melissa were determined that other families in South Carolina would have the hope that Dylan did not have. We're here today to celebrate the Emery's determination, and more importantly, to celebrate the incredible impact that Dylan's all too short life has had on all of us here today, but even more importantly, the impact Dylan's life will have on families across our state who do not yet know how much this law will one day mean to them and their future children. So, on behalf of the Greenwood Genetics Center, thank you for being here today. Thank you, Governor McMaster, for bringing this bill signing ceremony to Dylan's community and to our center, where we are committed to continue the fight to provide hope for families across our state and around the world. At this time, I would like to introduce Representative John McCravey, who, along with Representative Parks, sponsored Dylan's Law in the House. Representative McCravey, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. You know, there are really several stories that culminated in this bill. The first story is the Emery family. Man, what a great group of people. You know, Matt and Melissa have been good Christian examples to me and everybody. And instead of, as I said, the paper got put in the paper, instead of being bitter that they could have been bitter and worried about what happened, they turned it into something positive and cared about others. Man. Matt, Melissa, Abby, and Andrew all rallied behind their brother. And, you know, Matt had an understanding boss. Where's the sheriff? He allowed him to be off a lot to do all this. And so Sheriff Kelly's done a great job too. You know, the second story here is the Greenwood community, and that's you. These people in blue showed up at every hearing at the State House. They made a difference in our community. They made a difference in our state. So thank you for showing up. Our local newspaper covered this. Adam Benson, I don't think could be here today, but they faithfully covered this bill. And so the third story I wanted to talk about just briefly is the Greenwood Genetics Center. They supported this legislation from the beginning. This is a world-class, cutting-edge research facility. But in addition to that, they have genetic counselors all over our state and treatment facilities all over our state where they help these children. So because of the Emerys, because of you, the Greenwood community, and because of the Greenwood Genetics Center, we're standing here today. And I want to thank these legislators behind me that co-signed this bill, and we're on board from day one as well. So we're proud to say that other newborns with Krabbe will now have a chance for treatment. I want to ask Matt Emery to say a few words.
Melissa and I would like to thank Governor McMaster and all the lawmakers for making this day possible. I know a lot of work and a lot of effort went into this. We want to reach out and thank our community. We always say thank you. We can never say thank you enough to the community. You look out here and you see Team Dylan, but throughout this whole process, that's what this has been about. It's been about Team Dylan. It's been about Dylan. I want to thank our media. Without the TV people in the media, the social media, the newspapers, every interview we've ever given has been about this day right here and making a difference. By signing Dylan's law, future Krabbe babies will be given a chance at life, and human life is the most important gift of all. Dylan's life here on earth was short, but his legacy lives on through Dylan's law. Thank y'all all for being here today.
So our governor is here today. I want to say a couple of words. I've known him for a long time, all the way back to when he was the youngest U.S. attorney in South Carolina, serving under Ronald Reagan. That's been a while, hasn't it? But he's here today because like us, he cares about life and life at all stages. And so we want to thank you, Governor, first of all, for signing this bill. And second, I want to thank you for coming to Greenwood to celebrate life with us. Greenwood welcomes you. In my opinion, you're the greatest governor in the greatest state, in the greatest county right now in our state. So let's give him a Greenwood welcome.
Thank you, Tom. Well, I'll be very brief. I think it's all been said, but I want to thank the Emerys for your courage, and we regret your loss, as most people never recover. Many times nothing comes from such a loss, but this is an occasion when something very important has come from this loss. The main thing, and I want to thank those that made these laws, that sponsored it and got it through, and those who testified and supported it. That's what it takes. The main thing I want to tell you is this: that what we see here is a reflection of what we see. Is that working now? Sheriff, doing all right? What I see all over South Carolina, I want you to know this. That is, when I talk to these business leaders that are coming from around the world, from all over Europe and Asia and all these places, they're coming to South Carolina for a variety of reasons. They like our technical college system. That is the most happening part of higher education today in the United States, and we got the best system in the United States. We're transitioning into high school and all of higher education, and our manufacturing base is growing. They come here because of the great port. We got the best port on the East Coast, and with two inland ports in Greer and Dillon, we are unique in the United States. They come for the mountains, they come for the oceans, they come for the business spirit that exists in the State House. They come for the research universities and the academic excellence that is reflected by this institution as well as others. And I tell you, it's brain power that's going to lead the world. And we are building more and more every day because we have a cohesive force from the young people going all the way up through these education, through all these experiences. And there's not another state that can keep up with us. All the action is in the southern states now: North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, and parts of Florida. That's where everybody's coming. Nobody's going up north anymore. It's too cold. For one reason, taxes are too high, regulations are too much, and it smothers everything that they're trying to do up there. But the main reason these people come to South Carolina to invest billions of dollars, hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, is they're coming, they're going to hire South Carolinians. They are looking at the people in this room and the people in this community, and they are saying the reason they are coming to South Carolina is because of the people, the people, the people. That's what they say. I didn't know that until just a few years ago. I'd always suspected it, because you take our great military tradition and our great faith tradition and put it down in paradise, which is where we live, in paradise, and you come up with some strong people that stick together. The chairman of BMW, the 25th anniversary, said South Carolina is a handshake state. Somebody gives you their word in South Carolina, they keep it. Doesn't matter who they are. That's why they're coming. General Mark Clark, who's the youngest four-star general in the history of the country, later on when he was president of Citadel, he said, South Carolina has got more patriotism per square inch than any place in the world, and he's been all over the world. So that's what we've got, and that's what we see reflected here. We have a sense of family, a sense of community, a sense of dedication, a sense of love and respect that you don't have in many, many other places. So I see this as a tragedy that has led to a great step forward for the people, those people that are admired by others all around the world. This is a great step forward for this team we call South Carolina, and my head is off to everyone involved. And I say this final point, always tell the children at every opportunity that South Carolina is the best place on this earth to live, work, and raise a family because of the people. So let's sign together.
If y'all in the very back, if one of y'all wants to step right there. And if y'all just want to look down at the bill as he signs it.
I believe that completes a signing of the bill, and we'll be around for a little while for a few pictures. Thank you for being with us today, and as I told Matt and Melissa, signing the bill is step one, and we need to get the screening and the treatment implemented here in South Carolina. So, Team Dylan, you still have a job for us. All right, thank you very much.